There we go. Boom. I'm back. Back like I never left. Y'all, I haven't been on live in a couple of 100 minutes. How has everybody been? Oh my gosh. Y'all have lit me up about not being live, but I'm back. I like all this. Can't wait. Can't wait to talk about it. We have so much to get into. Although I'm only going to be live for an hour. Hi, Maria. Hi, Connette. Hi, My Beauty by Deja. I'm only going to be on here an hour. Hi, Linda. Hi, Trendon. Hey, Sean. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Liz. Y'all. Oh, my goodness. I missed y'all too. When I tell you, y'all done hunted your girl down. Oh my gosh. I am doing amazing, actually. I have really enjoyed my break. You don't realize, like, YouTube is going live is a full-time job. It really is. And I needed a break. Y'all know I had a lot going on. I had a lot going on over the break. Linda, thank you for being on here, for moderating. I appreciate you. Let's see. I'm live on IG, YouTube. Hey, Toot. Y'all, shout out to my moderators today, Toot and Miss Linda, the moderators, gangster moderators. Let me tell you, they don't play. They don't play at all. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Show love to our moderators, please. Be kind. Be kind. Don't be shy. Say hello. So I'm live on YouTube, Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Although TikTok, we ain't gonna be before you long if they do this block go all the way through, which is sad because I was building a really solid audience on TikTok. Child, come on over to YouTube. I missed y'all too. Listen. I'm telling y'all have been on me. It's not even funny. Y'all been on me something serious. I done got messages, emails. Let's talk about it. So y'all know over the holidays, I done been all over this world, I feel, and back. I done been on more planes than I can count. I'm not even kidding. So y'all know that I went on like a 2 week and some change from before Christmas all the way through to the new year. We had a lot going on. So we went to Colombia, which was freaking phenomenal. That was my Christmas gift because I like to travel. And I don't see no point in buying a bunch of presents when you can just present me with an airplane ticket. That's what happened. So we went to Colombia for Christmas, which was amazing. I haven't even gotten around to doing my YouTube video about Colombia, but I'm going to get to it so y'all can see, what we enjoyed. But it was a lot of fun. And then you guys know my daughter got married. So I think I kind of announced that they were engaged. And honestly, I'm very respectful of their privacy. I try to tell y'all, I'm public. They're not public. And I don't want to be on here telling all their business. And they're not public. So I ask permission for what I can and cannot share. And so she finally told me I could announce that she was engaged. So I put that out there because y'all know I'm a doting mama. So I've been told it all. I'm excited for her. And then they didn't want a wedding. They really didn't want a wedding. And she gets it honestly, y'all. I am not the huge wedding type. I think it's a waste of money. No shame and no digs or shade to those of y'all who want to do it big. But I think weddings are a waste of money. She didn't want a big wedding. And because her husband it sounds so crazy to say she has a husband, but it's her husband. Because her husband is in the Space Force They were on time constraints. That's just the reality of it, because the military is very strict when it comes to, military spouses and housing and all that jazz. So they're preparing to relocate, and they needed to get this done in a certain amount of time. So that's what they did. So she didn't want anything big. Her dress was incredibly beautiful. Um, Y'all, she did everything herself. I'm not even kidding. Like, she did everything herself. She knew what she wanted. Literally, my boyfriend's dad is a pastor, just like my dad is a pastor. Fortunately, he lived. I was going to marry them because y'all know I'm an ordained minister. I know some of y'all can't wrap that around y'all's minds. But seeing as how I'm an ordained minister, I was going to marry them. But some of the laws were a little different in Texas, which is where they got married. And so thankfully, his dad lived in the area where they were getting married. And so his dad married them. So I got to be the mom. I got to walk her down the aisle, which was fantastic. But it was super sweet. It was so sweet. It was really beautiful. I mean, she kind of ended up having a wedding without intentionally having a wedding. We were all color coordinated for them. His sisters were her bridesmaids. She had a flower girl. She had a ring bearer. It was super sweet. It was so beautiful. They really worked together to get this done. And it was great. We had a good time. We really, really did. We had a good time. It was super, super sweet, super simple. And I'm excited. We've been waiting on these pictures, and I know it takes time, but dang, can we get some pictures back? I can't wait to show y'all the pictures. They were so super cute. Super sweet. They hadn't seen each other in 2 months, 3 months, something like that, child. I'm just so happy they got a chance to see each other. This girl has cried every day this man has been gone for boot camp. So I was happy she got that out her system. And they was happy to see, they were so happy. They literally have been inseparable for 3.5 years. And a lot of people have asked me, like, do you feel some type of way because of her age? I'm like, first of all, my daughter is about to be 24. She's not pregnant. It ain't no shotgun wedding like mine was. Y'all know I'm honest, right? I ain't got nothing to hide. My life is my life. I was pregnant with her I was actually 7 months pregnant with her when I got pregnant, when I married her dad. And it absolutely was a shotgun wedding. Now, we actually had a wedding. I didn't have to plan and I just showed up. But it's not one of them situations. They got married on their own accord. They have put a lot of thought and planning into this. She's a teacher. He's gainfully employed. Space Force is pretty darn impressive. They'll be fine. I would much rather her. Let me tell you what, it is much easier to find the love of your life when you're young, baby, because being out here in these raggedy streets trying to find a diamond in the rough, it's like digging for gold, honey, in a desert, trying to find water in a desert. Y'all know it's not easy. And the ladies will tell y'all, it's not easy, especially when you're 35 and older. And I'll even say it ain't easy at 30 and older. So my preference is that they don't wait too long. If you find your person and you're under 30, so be it. That's how I feel. I wouldn't recommend 19. That was a little insane. Wouldn't recommend that. But they're about to be 24. I don't care. None of my business. They don't want to have kids right away. So I think they're smart. They're smart. They're moving very smartly. It's a lot smarter and more mature than we were. I'm telling you now, we didn't have no business getting married at 19 years old. And our kids tell us they have no idea how we ended up together. They are shocked that we lasted 15 years. And honestly, a lot of that had to do with the fact that we were both raised in two-parent households. We believed in the institution of marriage. So we really did try to make it work. Y'all know how that went down in flames. But that's the only reason. Other than that, seeing as who he is, maybe that's why we get along as co-parents. Seeing as who he is as an adult, and who I am as an adult, we are two totally different people and personalities. And it works for our co-parenting situation, but I definitely would not have picked him. We are not the same. And not this, and I'm not saying like not the same as in he's a very well educated man and very well to do man, but we are two totally different people. And I can see why we got on each other's nerves. We used to argue all the time. I know we wore our kids out, bless their heart. So I'm happy for them. You said my daughter is 19. She is married. Her husband is in the Air Force. They celebrated 1 year. And oh, listen, y'all, when y'all kids are grown, y'all do know y'all cannot tell them what to do. They can do whatever they want to do. She did not need our permission. They could have ran off and eloped. I was happy to be a part of her day and celebrate her. It was, like I said, it was super sweet. They're grown. I had people messaging me and text me. I'm like, if y'all don't mind y'all whole business. Well, saints of God, let's get into the get in because y'all know I'm so behind. So we got to go back a little bit. So yes, I did watch Bale Collective all the way through to the reunion. I was incredibly shocked to see that Akeisha quit, child. Now I knew So Gucci wasn't going to be far behind because just don't make sense to be on there when you really don't have any allies. And the whole situation with her and Selena, y'all, I really think it's something that could have been handled off camera. I think the source of their foolishness resides with JJ. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't understand JJ. Can I just say that? I really feel that JJ needs to get in some level of therapy and work through his issues because he's bleeding on everybody. And I think, unfortunately, his kids are paying a horrible price for his lack of accountability and willingness to go to therapy and heal. That's my truth. And I can't stand when men, y'all love to say that women be so bitter as exes. But it be some ninjas that be equally as bitter, if not worse, than some of the women walking around here. And he strikes me as one of them types. Like, sir, go heal. Go sit on the couch. Actually lay on the couch. Maybe move in so you can have morning to morning therapy. And I really do feel like they can get through it. Her and Selena can work through it. Neither here nor there. I knew when Gucci got the run in her mouth about what was the goings on and how she didn't feel protected and such. And baby, she had a target on her back. And in my humble opinion, she would have been a fool to come back. Because she was going to pay for them comments. That's what I think. And even if Akeisha didn't quit, she was a fool as she came back. Y'all think I would come back after doing Queen Sheba? Really? It's not smart. Baby, they would have drugged me from here to Phoenix. You don't make them type of comments and get by with it. So I just don't think it would have been in her best interest to return. Now, the Akeisha of it all, baby. I don't know where I was when I saw the interview that Akeisha did where they quit on live. Bonjour, Gugu. But when I tell you, I was frozen in time because the look on everybody's collective face, she gagged everybody that night. Now, I can appreciate the way that some people tried to hold their composure. But they did not see that coming. And she was very strategic with how she laid out how she was leaving. She wanted y'all ninjas to be sure that she didn't get fired because that's the first thing they try to say when you quit. Oh, she didn't get asked back. That's what they said about me. Oh, you must didn't get asked back. Didn't have nothing to do with that. As a matter of fact, I quit before I was ever offered anything. So she laid it out so y'all didn't have nothing to say when she left. Y'all couldn't say she wasn't asked back. Y'all couldn't say she was fired. She wanted y'all to know that they quit on their own accord. It's nothing like leaving on your own accord. If God didn't do nothing else in 2024 for me, baby, he vindicated me something serious. Because I've been trying to tell y'all, it's all fun and games until this stuff starts seeping into your real life. And let me be clear. It ain't like you can turn around and sue these people if your real life is impacted because you signed that away. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You signed that away. So when things start seeping into your real life and you realize you don't have any recourse, it's best for you to pick up your bed and walk. Love don't live here no more. I'm so serious. It doesn't. And I think she did what was best for them and their family. I love how her husband backed her up. I know there was some kind of debate on whether or not they got let off the live or they hung it up. But really, what difference does it make? The deed is done. She quit. She said good riddance. Thank you, but no thank you. And people are entitled to do that because you give up a lot. You give up a lot to put your life out for the world to dissect and rip apart. And then I done told y'all, it is a totally different situation when you have dirty, low down castmates that don't care and will sell everybody out, including they grandmama, to be famous. It's not fun because those people have no depths to the low that they will go. And kudos to Akeisha and her husband for saying, you know what? We're good on it. We're good on it. And I think it was absolutely low down how none of them took accountability for the fact that they were not the antagonizers in that altercation that happened at Taste. They weren't. They weren't. I'm not holding Akeisha and her husband responsible for that. And then y'all want to get mad when people defend the people they love. I'm not mad at their family for defending them either. You acting like you want to square up. I told y'all I don't fight, but I got some people in my camp that do. And they wouldn't have had my friend tell you right now, baby, hold my earrings because she don't fight, but I do. She don't cuss, but I do. So that's the thing. They were not at fault. And some of y'all may disagree with me. And I know some of y'all didn't like Akeisha and her husband. But let's be clear. Where I'm sitting, they were not completely at fault. And I really don't think they was at fault at all. I think they were antagonized. And Willie tried to tell y'all in the reunion, this is the bait and switch I can't stand that some reality TV stars love to do. Well, y'all know how I call them the starlets, the star littles, because let's be clear, some of these reality TV stars is not on the same caliber as some of these other reality TV stars. And you give them 3 seconds of fame, they think they Bravo celebrities. It's not the same, not to be compared. So I call it the star littles. Y'all know like how Skittles littles. You have Skittles and you have Skittles littles. So I call them the stars and the starlets. So some of these starlets get 3 seconds of fame and they literally start being dirty. They really, really do. So y'all heard Willie say, we were good. Nothing was wrong. We didn't have a problem. Then all of a sudden, when them cameras turn on, you want to square up. We got an issue. I'm not fake. So it's hard for me when I'm dealing with people that are turning it on and off as soon as that camera go on and off. And my thing is, if you're going to be fake and phony, at least give me a heads up. Because if you're going to take it to hell, let me know so I can go beneath the bowels of hell. Like, make sure we even. Let me know ahead of time. This is what got me in trouble season 1. Okay, it really got me in trouble. Because we know there was a pact made to protect other people with the exception of me. So I didn't know what was happening. So y'all should let me know ahead of time. And I told y'all that I got a phone call from Chris and Monique that let me know that I was taking it too far. And that they had a discussion and there were certain things they wouldn't attack. They wouldn't attack when they did the show. Well, y'all should let me know. Let me in on it. While y'all over here making agreements, why I didn't know about the agreement. Because let me tell you what, you're not going to sit here and talk crazy to me. And I'm just supposed to sit there and take it. So I was a designated, unbeknownst to me, punching bag. And I didn't know. So that's what Willie was actually trying to explain at the reunion. That y'all was cool when these cameras weren't rolling. We didn't have no problem when the cameras were off. And then all of a sudden, these cameras come on. Happy New Year, y'all. Now y'all want to act a fool. It's fine if we all in on it, but it's not fine if we're not all in on it, because when you get this behind tapped, now you got a problem because you think I done taken it too far. That's on you, not me. Let the chips fall where they may. You said I always felt like the producers. I'm going to put your comment up here. You said I always felt like the producers put batteries in the backs to get some to act out. Oh, you best believe that. So I'm telling y'all can tell when some of this stuff is being hyped up, because I told y'all they flipped the little I call them little cue cards to tell us what to talk about. And we don't always have to talk about what they show us, but some people opt to, and it could be extremely messy. There's no way you can tell me that a person all of a sudden is about that life when everything about their disposition at one point has been mild and meek. No, somebody put a battery pack in you and told you need to give, you need to bring it. We doing a reality TV show. I know for a fact that somebody on our cast would tell people, oh, it's just reality TV. We got to give the people a show. Like, don't worry about this and don't worry if somebody say that. And no, I'm going to have a real problem if you're attacking my character for the sake of reality TV. And then we talked about this on Twitter. Y'all know I be running my mouth on Twitter and Threads. If y'all follow me on Twitter and Threads, whatever I think is whatever I post. Let the chips fall where they may. So we were talking about this on Twitter. You can tell when reality TV stars start to produce. Some of the reads and the responses become very contrived. They don't feel authentic to the person. They don't feel organic to the scene. Somebody's producing. Somebody's I can't, and some of y'all need to just stop, because we can tell when y'all self-producing. It doesn't feel like it's you. It doesn't. And the problem is that reality TV has been on so long, a lot of the fans have become just as good at producers as the ones who getting paid to do. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I'm watching Bale Collective next season. Y'all know I love Latrice. I know Latrice outside of the show. I know some of y'all have differences of opinion on her because of her alliance with Letitia. I'm going to be honest, Latrice, I don't understand that, but I'm going to give you grace in the fact that a lot of people didn't understand why Ashley and I were cool, not knowing that Ashley and I had worked on our issues outside of the show. So I know that was confusing to the audience. So I'm going to give you grace. I don't understand it, because when it comes to Bale Collective, I think the one person who is the puppet master and the flip-flopper and the disloyal one and is more loyal to herself in the group, it would be Letitia. And it is the Letitia types that I feel like in reality TV casts, you cannot trust. Y'all not going to get me started on Glenn today, because Glenn, let me sit up for this. When I saw the level of audacity that Glenn had, claiming that Willie was somehow jealous of Cliff because Latrice was attractive, as if his wife, whom was right beside him, was invisible. This is how you know that the elevator don't always go all the way up to the top with some people, because the fact that you did not realize that you just slow dissed your wife, and not even slow dissed, hard dissed your wife, is beyond me. You didn't think to stop yourself. And let's be clear, you knew you couldn't. Help me, Lord. I'm trying to be fair, because this is not, well, she chose him. She chose Glenn. But it's not her fault that Glenn said what he said. Glenn said what he said on his own accord. But I would have slapped him in the back of the neck. Like, what you mean? Why you got to use a whole different woman to describe the difference? Why you couldn't use your wife as a comparison? Why you didn't say that Willie was jealous of you because you got her? I ain't never in my life seen such blatant disrespect. And we all know that Glenn been disrespecting her from the beginning. But this was diabolical. This was diabolical. It really was. Diabolical that you would even fix your mouth to even make such a comparison. And basically stating to the world that I can't use my wife as an example because that won't land. But really, your comment with Latrice didn't land. I think you forget that most of the audience thinks that Latrice is in an abusive relationship. So that didn't land either. By default, there wasn't a comparison. Not by the audience who was you saying that to impress? Because it gives to me that you eyeing Cliff's wife too. You looking at Latrice too. You looking at everybody that's not your wife. My man would never. He would never. It is wild. It's giving sleeping with the enemy, sis. Like what? Hey, T-Talk. Is this your man, sis? Is this your man, sis? Like, go get your man, please. Listen, my sister will tell you, we have this thing in our family. We hate to be shamed. We hate to be embarrassed. Like, I can't stand it. I have always wanted to be proud of the man I stand next beside, and I've never wanted to be embarrassed by somebody. That's embarrassing. You let this man, as slick Rick and greasy as he is in looks, He looked like his bridge over troubled water has collapsed 3 times. I would be pissed if the likes of Glenn had the audacity to disrespect and embarrass me on this. Is just, it's diabolical. Akeisha is a beautiful woman. And if you think she's ugly, you're a hater. Like, it's just some things we just not even gonna sit here and debate. But quite frankly, out of all the husbands on that show, I would pick Willie by a landslide to be the favorite. And no shade. Well, y'all know how I feel about Glenn. I got nothing against Cliff. And okay, so let me tell you, the situation with the phone thing is an unfortunate situation. My concern with that is the time frame and the length of time. I think if it is an urgent issue, that's something is addressed sooner than 3 weeks. That's all I'm saying. Not gonna wait 3 weeks. We're gonna collect that. But my heart went out to Latrice because that's a difficult situation. You said his money hide the unattractiveness. Whose money? Whose money? I know you're not talking about Glenn. Cheryl, I'm gonna need you to clarify. Because we learned that Glenn is driving a box car. I know we can't be talking about, I know we cannot be talking about Glenn. And my thing is, I wouldn't have an issue with Glenn. But Glenn he's too strong and wrong for me. I think that's what irritates me. You ever seen a man that got a lot of bravado? But for no reason. That's Glenn. It's Glenn. Oh, okay. Okay, Cheryl. I said, Lord, please, I know you lying talking about Glenn. Because that is okay. Yes. Yes. Good morning, y'all. You said I was wondering where the comments were. That's so funny. No. No, get somebody else to do it. Loud and wrong, strong and wrong, raggedy and wrong, greasy and wrong. The list can really go on. No, I don't find little Boosie attractive. For why? Y'all know I. And honey, I done dated some dust mops and faces only a mother could love. I'm telling you, I ain't no way. Even I got a limit. And I'm telling you, when I'm telling you, I have dated some mud gremlins that shall remain nameless. Baby, it will make y'all question. And I know y'all was already questioning me with the old man. And in his defense, he did not look like that when I dated him. His bridge over troubled water had collapsed as well. So he just looked like he looked like the product of his struggles and his lies. Truth be told, he had good qualities when he was in his better days. He's seen better days, but Glenn, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, Miss A and Mud Gremlins. I have dated some. I have dated some mud gremlins. I'm willing to be honest. I have. My track record is not the best. But everybody I've dated is not ugly. I have dated some pretty attractive men. Okay. Okay. But even I got a bottom. You said to quit your job that holds insurance for the family with no backups. Tamika, that's wild work. That's wild work. He just acts like he's immature. Like he literally is irresponsible. And cut and paste, he do look like his bridge over troubled water has collapsed. But I literally, my question for her would be, what is it that you don't believe about yourself, ma'am, that would make you choose this? Because I'm gonna be honest, Letitia's not ugly. She's not ugly. She seems to be about her business. So my thing is, why him? And we gotta, as women, we gotta get beyond just having a baby with a man. We gotta get beyond that. Like, where's your self-esteem, sis? And y'all, I'm all for maintaining families. We'll get to the Marceau and Tisha of it all here shortly. I'm all for keeping the family together. But when somebody shows you who they are, at some point you got to believe them. And I don't think I could recover from the likes of Glenn cheating on me. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I think my self-esteem would take such a hit. My pride would take such a hit. He would have got divorced off of that alone. Like, I know you lying. I know you ain't cheat on. I think I would be pissed. I don't know. Yeah, I done told y'all how them wigs wear me out. And I did not, okay. I said this on Twitter. I didn't like all the mermaid blue on people. I said it looked like Little Mermaid Compton. I don't think blue was everybody's color. And as some, it just, I didn't. I don't. It just didn't do something for me. It was just a lot. I think the blue should have been done in spurts. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And y'all know I have had my run-ins with some hair and some choice outfits. This is coming for somebody, and I'm being fair. Y'all have drugged me for some selections. Rightfully so. The matted blonde wig being one of them. Y'all listen. I think Selena could have been a friend of the show the first season. I don't think she should have been. So this is my thing. It's almost like how I feel with the Sonny and Moses and the Trisha and Ken of it all on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think the addition of some cast members are just not necessary when you still have so much to close in the main cast. Like, what was the purpose of Ken and Trish? Seriously. What was the part? What was the point? Like, this girl been slow dripping this line with her supposedly, not supposedly, sleeping with Martell. Y'all, do we care? Do we care? T-Talk, I know y'all dragged my wigs. I know y'all did, baby. I would have dragged them too. Now seeing as how I'm on the other side of content creation where I give my thoughts and my opinions on reality TV, and I baby, I would have dragged it too. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at y'all. I ain't holding no grudges. But I think I don't understand. Like I don't understand Trish and Ken. I didn't understand Sonny and Moses. Like, it's literally the storylines we could have done without. We could have done without it. We really could have. And to me, it's just more people who want to be famous. We don't care if Trish and Martell slept together. It's not exactly interesting. What sticks out to me the most, we're going to transition over. So Belle Collective, I don't know if they're going to gain my viewership next season. I really don't care for a lot of the people that's left. That's my truth. um I I wish we would get more into Tambra's story. I don't know if they're just choosing to cut her out of the mix. It doesn't seem like Tambra's really involved. It almost feels like she's a separate extension from Bale Collective. And I would love to learn more about her. I don't know what the decision about that has been, because I do know that we record a lot and a lot gets cut. So let's just hop on over to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't even think we're gonna get to RHOP today, but I'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about RHOP. I got a lot to say about that too. Or I'm going live about RHOP tonight on IG. Well, we'll figure it out. Anyway. So it's with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, why are Trish and Ken here? Like, I really need someone who picked them and cast into, like, come to the front of the room. Come to the front of the class. We have questions that need answers. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Hey, Chronicles of Kim K. Shout out to all my content creators that are in the chat today. Thank y'all for being here. If you see a content creator, make sure you follow them, shout them out. Mods, if you don't mind, if you see any content creators in the chat, please, if you can share their pages and encourage people to follow them, I would greatly appreciate that. I do think production may have knew about the Trisha Martell, but we don't care. Who wants to tell them? We don't care. We legit don't care. So I want to know whose decision was it? Who do we need to hold responsible? Like who? Who do we need to hold responsible for this decision? Because it was the decision that we didn't need. Somebody made this decision for us and we didn't need it. We don't like it. To literally see Trish front pedal, back pedal, side pedal, lie, exaggerate, stonewall, barely talk through her teeth, mumble some scenes for what? Like we don't understand. We don't understand. We don't understand. Like we don't understand why. We don't care that she doesn't really want to marry Ken, because that's what it's given. It's given, I'm going to hold this divorce up and drag it out as long as I can because I really don't want to marry this ninja. And I don't have the strength or the confidence or the cojones to tell him that I don't want to marry you. Samantha, that's a great question. From my understanding, Love and Marriage Huntsville does use a different production company than the production companies that are used for the other shows. But let's see if the same energy is had when certain people call out production. Because oftentimes cast members are chastised for calling out production. And I'm going to be honest, it does seem like Mel is disconnected. A lot of her scenes with the other cast members are really hard for me to watch. And I'm really hopeful that at some point she moves to just strictly producing the show and she goes on to something else. I don't really care to see Mel on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Not because I don't enjoy seeing Mel, because I do think the scenes with Mel and Marcel are hilarious. Those are some of my favorite scenes. But I do think Mel has outgrown the show. And I know people are going to say, well, Winter, this is her show. So she probably had no idea how big she would get. I think she's outgrown the show. I think she can go on and be very successful in other endeavors. But the funny part is that I don't want Love and Marriage Huntsville without her. I don't think I will watch. Like, what are we watching if she goes? Y'all staying to watch everybody else that's left? Be honest. Be honest. I think that's really the funny part with some of this stuff. Is that sometimes the people that's left, hey Millichan, some of the people that's left, y'all really don't ride for them like that. Y'all don't. I think y'all like them as a part of the ensemble, but once certain components are gone, y'all not gonna support the show like that. Y'all not gonna make that show number one if Mel leave. Y'all not telling the truth. I ain't seen it. Because one thing I will say for certain that we cannot deny, say what you will, but a lot of our numbers for Love and Marriage DC were brought by Monique. Them numbers ain't been the same since she left. And people say, she wasn't needed for the show. And in some capacity, I don't disagree. But by the same token, you cannot deny that her presence brought numbers. The numbers ain't recovered. You got people that's talking about they can carry a show. Them numbers ain't been carried over since. Y'all ain't double them numbers. Y'all ain't recover them numbers. If y'all go back and look at some of the stats for Love and Marriage DC season 1 compared to season 2 and 3, they were never the same. So y'all tell me whether or not you needed her. You said I will invest in Ready to Love if I have to watch on. Ciao. I think if a cast member leaves, they should not be allowed to be a part of any future storylines, because my thing is, if you don't need me on this show, don't talk about me to keep it going. And I don't care what dots you're trying to connect. No. So, I mean, sure. Sure, y'all. Proof is in the pudding. I'm a numbers person when it comes to, y'all know. And I'm a numbers person. The numbers don't lie. You can talk about being able to carry a show and be the star of a show all you want to. What them numbers doing? You said 97% of us will walk if Mel walk. Y'all, I didn't cover this before. I know a lot of y'all are tired and sick of Mel this season, but at the end of the day, y'all cannot deny her contribution. And I do not feel that the show will have the same potency or relevance without her. But I do feel like she's outgrown the show. And I'm going to be honest, this is the issue. When I feel like you don't know when to wrap something up. See, I feel like Love and Marriage Huntsville should have been on its way out. I think they should have did one major comeback season and allowed the cast to go out on top. I almost feel like we're just running it into the ground at this point. We're running it into the ground. And I've seen a lot of people on, oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift, Diamond. I appreciate it. But a lot of people are saying this on Twitter. They can do without Love and Marriage Huntsville. And that speaks volumes. Why run it into the ground? Why not know when to let something go? Sometimes you got to, what's the saying? You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. And I don't feel like there's a lot of knowledge on when to fold them. I honestly think Love and Marriage Huntsville could have been folded, and so many other things could have been spun off from it in a good way that would have kept the spirit of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but gave us a bit of evolution. And I just think we ran it into the ground. I literally, y'all, I promise you, I struggle to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville the last few episodes. I really do. Hey, Shay Renee, I struggle. No differently than I really kind of struggled to watch Bale Collective. I'm actually waiting on Ready to Love. I'm curious to see what they gonna bring. I like Ready to Love. My girl Sabrina and Walt, their wedding is getting broadcast. I'm so excited for them. I think they were the right couple to feature in a former Ready to Love contestant couple getting married. I'm so excited. Congratulations, Walt, Sabrina. Sabrina's a sweetheart. So if you're seeing this, I'm excited that we get to see y'all. Walt trained, let me tell you, Walt almost unalived me. I did one training session with him for boxing. He almost unalived me. I never went back. Walt, it's no shade or no, you are a wonderful boxing coach, but you almost unalived me. I'm telling you, I ain't been back since. But he's a great boxing coach. So if you're interested in boxing and you're in the DMV, check him out. Sabrina's a sweetheart. And I think they're sweet together. So I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see them. Not Hillbilly. Samantha. Miss Ann, I do think that the audience does miss seeing the Eminem kids. That's a huge loss. Because essentially you guys kind of watch our kids grow up. Like I thought about that. I was like, you know what sucks? And I hate that, I just think that this wasn't the right show for me ultimately, but it sucks that some of y'all got to see my family and to really have some milestones in my family, like my daughter getting married. Like y'all saw the debacle that we had when she was talking about getting that thrift store with that engagement ring from the thrift store. And I think it would have been nice for the audience to be able to kind of see the evolution of that. And ultimately you guys would have got to witness her wedding. That's good reality TV, in my opinion. I just would want a whole new cast though. Like people that I'm actually friends with and I enjoy, and we can argue, banter, and then still love each other at the end of the day. That just was not the cast I was a part of. And a lot of that had to do with a lot of us were not friends before. And that's the magic of Love and Marriage Huntsville. A lot of them were friends before. And that's what made Love and Marriage Huntsville good. I remember my sister was like, girl, you got to watch this new show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. She was telling me about all the couples and the people she liked. And I mean, it was dope. That is what makes reality TV good. Oh, did my stream just freeze? What? Froze on. I'm back, y'all. I don't know what happened. It's wild. I just froze. Oh, goodness. Hey, Tisa Talks. You said, let's see. I don't want to hear nothing else about no harlotarian. Just harlot behavior. I don't mean no harm, but I don't want to hear nothing from her. And I'm gonna be irritated if they bring her on the show. I don't know why I froze. It's ridiculous. Somebody talking about some. This is a year of the 304s. Yikes. If that's what our society is sunk to, I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to hear nothing she's got to say. Not interested in having her on the show. People keep saying, well, just bring her on the show. No, thanks. We don't want her. We've heard about enough. She does enough on social media to last me a lifetime. Seriously. So this is the thing, and this is where y'all may disagree with me. I believe that everybody on these shows have a right to build their audience. Everybody. So if people want to be Mar Soldiers and Latricettes, more power to them. I think everybody has a right to build their audience. That does not change the reality of some things. What is going on with my restream? Okay. It's time to wrap it up because what are we doing? Miss Ann, I'm serious. Like, if that's what they want to be, that's what they want to be. I don't have an issue with people building their audience. I don't know. My restream is tripping. So, y'all, I'm going to wrap up this live because I don't want to lose this live. It's been such a good live. Y'all know I'm silly. I don't want to lose this live. So, I'm just going to end it. And I'm going to be live on IG tonight talking all things RHOP. You guys want to check in, I'll be live with Reality Rundown on tonight. If you guys want to check me out tonight, I'm going live with them at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to end this live. We've done about an hour. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm getting back in my regularly scheduled going live programming. Thank you guys for being patient with me and not leaving me. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, Winter Womanland, please go over there. Hey, Carmel Real. Please go over there. Give me a subscribe button. Make sure you follow. Lots of good stuff, we're going to be talking about in the new year. We're going to grow this channel. I'm super, super pumped about that. Special shout out to my mods, Linda Gamble, Toot Latrice, T-Talk. I appreciate y'all for being here and helping me moderate. TikTok, I don't know how long will be before you, but, we're going to rock out until they shut us down. It's just what we're going to do. If you're not following me on Threads and Twitter, I would suggest you do so because I do a lot of chatter throughout the day. Sometimes I talk trash, just giving y'all a warning. So if you're sensitive, don't come over there. I don't want to hear it. If you have stuff to say and talk, don't get your feelings hurt. I'm not playing with some of y'all trolls. Just telling you now. Don't come over there playing games. But if you want a little laughter, you want to hear my honest commentary on various things, follow me on either Twitter or Threads. I talk on both. But I love you guys. I will see you tonight and tomorrow. Shout out to my content creators that showed up and showed out for supporting me today. My first live back in the new year. Y'all, it's 2025. Happy New Year. Once again, our prayers and our thoughts are with the people out in California, the people of New Orleans. Y'all, it's been so much going on. Just stay prayed up. That's my biggest advice to y'all. Y'all know I love to laugh and have a good time, but my faith is the foundation. And I literally just say stay prayed up, because we don't know what 2025 holds. And that's just the best advice I can give. Anywho, see you guys soon. Bye.